Do you suffer from acid reflux, also known as heartburn or indigestion? If so, you're not alone. According to the American College of Gastroenterology, more than 60 million Americans experience acid reflux at least once a month, and 15 million have it daily. But what causes this uncomfortable and sometimes painful condition? Well, it turns out that some of the foods you eat may be triggering your acid reflux and making it worse. In this video, we'll reveal the worst 7 foods that cause acid reflux according to studies, and how you can avoid them or replace them with healthier alternatives. You'll be surprised by some of the foods on this list and how much they can affect your digestive health. Make sure you keep watching until the end, as we will share with you some very important tips and tricks to prevent acid reflux from happening. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Chocolate. I know this one hurts. Chocolate, the delicious treat that many of us love, can actually cause acid reflux. But how? Well, chocolate contains several ingredients that can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, LES, which is the muscle that prevents stomach acid from flowing back into the esophagus. These ingredients include caffeine, theobromine, and fat. When the LES is relaxed, acid reflux can occur more easily. Chocolate can also stimulate the production of stomach acid, which can worsen the symptoms of acid reflux. A study published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology found that chocolate consumption was associated with a significantly increased risk of GERD symptoms, especially in women. The researchers suggested that chocolate may have a direct effect on the LES or an indirect effect by stimulating gastric acid secretion. So, if you're a chocolate lover, you may want to limit your intake, or you can also try other natural sweeteners, such as honey, maple syrup, or stevia, to satisfy your sweet tooth. Number 2. Citrus fruits and juices. Citrus fruits and juices, such as oranges, lemons, grapefruits, and limes, are another common trigger of acid reflux. While these fruits are rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, they also have a high acidity level, which can irritate the lining of the esophagus and cause inflammation. Citrus fruits and juices can also lower the pH of the stomach, making it more acidic and prone to reflux. A study published in the journal Gut found that citrus juice consumption was associated with an increased risk of erosive esophagitis, which is a condition where the esophagus becomes damaged by stomach acid. So, if you are a fan of citrus fruits and juices, you may want to limit your intake or dilute them with water or other non-acidic beverages. You can also get your vitamin C from other sources, such as berries, kiwis, broccoli, and peppers. They're just as nutritious and delicious, but they won't cause you heartburn. Number 3. Coffee. Many of us rely on coffee to start our day, but unfortunately it can also cause acid reflux. That is because coffee contains caffeine, which can relax the LES and allow stomach acid to escape into the esophagus. Coffee can also stimulate the production of stomach acid, which can aggravate the symptoms of acid reflux. In a recent study, researchers found that coffee consumption was associated with an increased risk of GERD symptoms, especially in people who drank more than 4 cups a day. So, if you're a coffee lover, you may want to limit your intake to less than 4 cups or sometimes even 2, or switch to decaf, which has less caffeine than regular coffee. You can also try other beverages that are less acidic, such as herbal teas, milk, or water, to keep yourself hydrated and energized. Number 4. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are naturally acidic, which means they can increase the acidity in your stomach when you eat them. This can make it more likely that the acid will escape from the stomach and enter the esophagus, especially if you have a weak or relaxed lower esophageal sphincter. But don't worry, you don't have to give up tomatoes completely if you have acid reflux or GERD. There are some ways to reduce the risk of acid reflux from eating tomatoes. First, choose fresh tomatoes over processed ones, such as tomato sauce, ketchup, or juice. Processed tomatoes tend to have more acid and additives that can worsen GERD symptoms. Also, eat tomatoes with other foods that are low in acid and fat, such as lean meats, vegetables, or grains. This can help balance the acidity in your stomach and prevent reflux. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 5. Spicy foods. Do you love spicy foods? If so, you might have experienced a burning sensation in your chest or throat after eating them. Spicy foods contain a chemical compound called capsaicin, which gives them their fiery flavor. Capsaicin can stimulate the nerve endings in the mouth and stomach, causing a sensation of heat and pain. It can also relax the lower esophageal sphincter. A study from Korea found that spicy stews, which are popular in Korean cuisine, induced gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD symptoms in more than half of the participants. The researchers measured the pH levels in the esophagus and found that spicy stews lowered the pH, indicating more acidity. So never eat spicy foods on an empty stomach, as this can increase the production of stomach acid. Also, try to chew gum or suck on a lozenge to stimulate saliva production, which can neutralize the acid and protect the esophagus. And finally, limit your intake of spicy foods and eat them in moderation. Number 6. Alcohol. Do you enjoy a drink or two now and then? If you do, you might want to know how alcohol can affect your digestive health, especially if you have acid reflux. Alcohol can cause or worsen acid reflux in several ways. First, alcohol can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, which is the muscle that prevents stomach acid from escaping into the esophagus. Second, alcohol can increase the amount of acid produced in the stomach, which can also contribute to reflux. Other than that, alcohol can also damage the lining of the esophagus and stomach, making them more sensitive to acid and inflammation. And finally, alcohol can interfere with the clearance of acid from the esophagus, prolonging the exposure and the symptoms. Although some studies have found that moderate wine consumption may reduce the risk of reflux esophagitis, which is the inflammation of the esophagus due to acid reflux, the same study also found that drinking more than 280 milliliters of wine per week increased the risk of reflux esophagitis. So the best advice is to limit or avoid alcohol if you have acid reflux, or at least drink it in moderation and with food. Number 7. Fried and fatty foods. Fried and fatty foods, such as French fries, burgers, bacon, cheese, and butter, are another common trigger of acid reflux. That's because fried and fatty foods can increase the production of stomach acid, which can worsen the symptoms of acid reflux. Fried and fatty foods can also delay the emptying of the stomach, making it more likely to reflux. According to studies, high-fat meals reduce the pressure of the ileus and increase the frequency of transient lower esophageal sphincter relaxations, which are the main mechanism of acid reflux. So if you're a fan of fried and fatty foods, you may want to limit your intake or choose foods that are low in fat, such as grilled, baked, or steamed foods. And if you do eat these foods, then avoid eating them late at night or before going to bed. This can prevent the stomach acid from rising up when you lie down. So these were the worst 7 foods that can cause acid reflux. Besides avoiding these foods, there are some other tips and tricks that you can follow to prevent or reduce the symptoms of this condition. Here are some of them. Number 1. Drink plenty of water, but not during meals. Drinking water can dilute the stomach acid and wash it down, but drinking too much water during meals can increase the volume of the stomach and push the acid up. Number 2. Elevate the head of your bed by 6 to 8 inches. This can create a slight incline that can prevent the acid from flowing back into the esophagus. You can use blocks, books, or pillows to raise the head of your bed. Don't just prop up your head with pillows, as this can bend your neck and worsen the reflux. Number 3. Avoid tight-fitting clothes, belts, or waistbands. These can squeeze your stomach and increase the pressure on the ileus, causing acid reflux. Number 4. Don't lie down or bend over right after eating. This can make the acid more likely to reflux into the esophagus. Wait at least 3 hours after eating before lying down or going to bed. Number 5. Avoid eating for at least 2 hours before bedtime. By avoiding these 7 worst foods and following these tips, you can prevent acid reflux and enjoy a more comfortable and happy life. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you eat some of these foods regularly? Do they actually cause acid reflux for you? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.